Beautiful, divine, precious beings of light, welcome, welcome, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Ascension's Love with Alice. Return to uni. In this video here, it's going to be a weekly angelic insight for the week commencing the 18th. So Monday the 18th of January 2021 all the way through to Sunday the 24th of January. Now in this space of time we have the first quarter moon. So we've got first quarter in Aries on the 20th. We've also got the sun moving from Capricorn to Aquarius on the 20th. And we know for any viewers over in the west of the world, that's quite a big day for some people in a certain country. So knowing that we've got the moon in Aries on that particular day and the sun in Aquarius, I'm just imagining what is going to be coming forth with this angelic insight. So I'm really excited to get started, but before I do, if you are new to my channel, welcome. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, that way you can get updated whenever there is any new readings and any pick-a-pile readings that are really helpful to many people. And if you've not yet been on my Facebook page, Ascension's Love with Alice, on Facebook, and I'm on Instagram as well, do check that out, because we do live card readings on there. Different content gets posted and it's really helpful for your own personal soul path and your own ascension. I do just want to share with you as well, we have right now some slots available for the week that I'm reading for here for any anchor removal. So anchor removals are a quantum healing, where if you have a behavior or a pattern that you really want to release and really want to let go of, but it just keeps seeming to show up, those are really incredible quantum healing sessions where we actually remove that cord, remove that anchor, and remove anywhere it's fragmented to within your body. So they're really wonderful for clearing karma and getting that completion, right? So that you can really start afresh. We also have full angelic guidance sessions available as well, and I will post the link to book these in the description box below should you wish to, or how you can just inquire and message me as well. And the other sacred offering that I do have that is very it's quite new actually. It's only something that I'm putting on for a limited time, just because there's been requests, and because everyone's feeling these ascension symptoms, right? Everyone is feeling this influx of energy, this volatile energy coming in, and it's kind of knocking many people off kilter, right? So I am actually offering 15-minute remote healing sessions where it's specifically focused at balancing and grounding and clearing your energy as you are receiving those light codes. So those are remote healing sessions, and they'll be available as well to view on my Facebook page. But that's enough of that for now. Let's get started with this reading. I'm so looking forward to seeing what the angels wish to bring in. So I've already called in all angels, guides, and ascended beings of light who are here to help us. Here to help us see what is coming up, so that we can really work with it in the best possible way, work with the energy in the best possible way to help our own ascension and the collective, right? So we're just going to have a little look, and we're going to ask, thank you, I'm going to keep that card out. We're going to ask, what themes have we got coming up this coming week? So the new moon in Cancer has already jumped out, so we've got that water emotion coming out. We've got full moon in Gemini coming as well. So there's a completion with Gemini energy. Now that's really fascinating, because there is something big happening with someone who is a Gemini in the world, especially in the western side, right? We've got the waxing moon, which is the phase that we are in right now. Energy is gaining momentum. And one more card, please. What themes do we have coming in this week? I'm so going to look forward to getting more. Oh, full moon in Leo. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to getting more to getting more insight here. And of course, full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. We've got two fire signs out here, an air sign and a water sign, with this waxing moon phase. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing what is going to be shared with us here. So let's just delve into these cards that are out on the table first and foremost. So we have this new moon in Cancer. So Cancer is that water sign. You know, the Cancer very much represents that maternal line, that divine feminine energy. It represents the mother, the home, the that family, right? You know, that kind of that core family essence, you know. And it's a new moon, so this is about new beginnings. This is about planting the seeds. This is about you actually deciding what you want in your relationships and how you want that to show up, right? This is about you having more faith and going a little bit more with the flow as well, because water carries that Christ-like energy, right? It carries that Christ-like energy, which is really wonderful, really divine. So this card here is coming out to let us know that, you know, please know that this week coming up, you know, you and your loved ones are safe. So when I hear that phrase and when I feel the energy that I'm receiving right now, especially paired with these ones, it does feel like it's going to be once more another week of that up and down, and fears may be coming forward, right? There may be fears coming forward, subtle fears, right? That kind of have been kind of, I'm just trying to find the right words here, that have kind of been you know, seeded within each and every one of us as we are born, right? So these are kind of like ancestral ones is what I'm feeling here. So this is about actually rewriting this and responding differently, right? This is about responding differently to whatever is going on in the outer world. Now we do have full moon in Gemini here, so with this energy of the Gemini coming forward in this reading as a theme, you know, in Gemini being that air sign, and kind of like really wonderful in kind of seeing outside the box, and you know, they can be a little bit kind of, you know, here and there sometimes if the energy is a little less balanced, or there can be that what I'm hearing here is I'm hearing that duality, right? And we're seeing this a lot right now with the Earth, you know, where there's like two parallel timelines running, many more in between, but two main ones, and that's that 3D one where we're tuning into what's happening on the Earth stage, and we're, you know, kind of watching it and feeling very much a part of it, you know, with our eyes closed. And then there's the one that is kind of, you know, eyes open and observing it. This week feels like it's going to pose more questions than it is going to answer them, and that's okay, right? That's okay. I do just want to say that. I'm going to really look forward to seeing how this particular card here shows up in the next few rows that we read, but then we move on to that waxing moon. So we are actually in a waxing moon phase right now. We had the new moon last week, the first new moon of 2021. Do check out the reading that happened on my channel with that, and the ritual that you can do, because you can still work with that beautiful fire ceremony that I posted for the new moon whenever you wish to. But we're now in this waxing moon, and the waxing moon is wonderful for gaining energy, gaining momentum, and also seeing, especially with the first quarter, also seeing where we are misaligned with what our intentions were, because whatever seeds we planted in that new moon last week, you know, they're going to be ready to harvest in the full moon if we carry on following that path that we set out, right? And if we are off that path, then the waxing moon will show us, right? We'll be shown where we might need to shift things a little. And we do have this full moon in Leo card, so we've got this fire energy coming in for the end of the week here. So now when I see the full moons, it more indicates to me, the way that I read these is usually more of the imbalanced energy, right? So I see the new moon cards in this deck, I receive those as kind of the usually the, like, you know, what we're planting, what seeds we're planting, what we're choosing to manifest, how we're choosing to focus on the positive aspects of the sign that's being represented. But when I see the full moons, I tend to read it as these energies in their imbalanced state may be showing up, right? So just be aware of them, because the Leo, when he is in his imbalanced state, because, you know, in his sovereign state he's confident and charming, and he just, you know, it kind of has that Midas touch, right? But in the imbalanced state, it's like, you know, the ego can tend to perk up a little bit, right? You know, we can kind of run away with ourselves a little bit. We can get a little bit combative, especially with the Aries card. Especially with Aries being here on the bottom of the deck, which is kind of bottom of the deck being the underlying theme for the whole week. So we've got this kind of you know, we've got the initiator here, right? You know, that's what Aries is, that initiator. And Aries can Aries, when they're imbalanced, when we're focusing on disconnects rather than sovereignty, it's very much kind of like, you know, fist in mouth type of thing, or foot in mouth. I don't know what phrase you use in your what, you know, in the country that you're watching this, but in the UK we say, you know, foot in mouth, where we've kind of like, we've said something and we've just, you know, it's we've kind of said something in haste, or it's not been it's not come from a sovereign place, right? We kind of like said something that we didn't mean necessarily, or may have been misconstrued. This can also be, once again, that combative energy, right? You know, that argumentative energy, that focusing too much on the me, right? This is like me energy. So to have that coming up as a theme is just something to really be aware of, because we might feel that getting pulled, especially as this is like a collective theme here. So we might feel that getting pulled out within us, or we might notice it in our loved ones and our friends. We might see on social media there's gonna likely be a lot of kind of division still happening on that social media platform. So if it's better for you to not be on there, don't be on there. Or if it's better, or if you do still want to be connected via social media, then really maybe entertain tidying up your newsfeed by unfollowing people that are not lighting you up, right? Because we do absorb many things. So there's going to be this theme of pride, right? This pride, this ego, and kind of like what I'm feeling is, you know, it's my way is the right way. So I understand your opinion, I understand your belief, but it's the wrong one. That's what I'm hearing with this energy here, and that's not really you know, constructive. Right, that's not really constructive for you, right? Let alone the other people around you. Regardless of them, it's not good for you. It's like, you know, it's yeah, I'm just gonna stop there. But yeah, so really just be aware of that, because there's going to be a lot of our masculine energy, our competitive, combative energy kind of getting triggered here. And you know, when we get overly competitive, especially with this energy coming out, it's not going to bode well for us, right? It's like drinking poison. It's not, you know, why would you drink poison to hurt the other person? That's essentially what that energy can bring out. So there is and just to reaffirm as well, at the start of the week we have this opportunity to really reset is a good word, how we engage in dynamics and relationships, and how we just how our patterns, we really have the opportunity this week to really look at the patterns that we have, right, with relationships and dynamics. Like, are we going to tune into this, or are we going to tune into this? That's kind of what we're being told. And you know, with the waxing moon being right in the middle, it's literally going to be okay which way you choose in here, because it's really going to determine your outcome. So now we're just going to ask, okay, what's showing up in our outer world? What can we expect to see happening on the earth stage and the earth plane? And what I do is I usually do in your outer world, so what you're going to see with your physical eyes, and what we're going to see in our inner world, so that's our own emotional state, right? And what we may be resolving karma wise. So this kind of links in with that phrase, as within so without, because whatever it is that's going on within us, whatever beliefs we have, always show themselves externally. So, and it's often easier to see the external before we can see the internal. So we're just going to look at that first. So what can we expect to see? Thank you. We've got the aquamarine dragon from Neptune. I love water here. So this is about tuning into your deep soul wisdom. This is about developing your psychic abilities, you know, and this relates to this as well, right? Because it's that water sign, you know, and soul knowledge, right? This is about really tuning into that. But let's see, because this is in the outer world, so let's have a little look here. So what else have we got showing up? Thank you. Atlantean dragon, of course we have. Crystal yellow dragon. And one more card for our outer world for this coming week. Thor's red, black and golden dragon, protection in times of change. Whew. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck we've got the dark blue galactic dragon, right? Wonderful. So let's have a little look at interpreting this here and just feeling into it. Okay, now what's really interesting here is you know, we do have the sun moving signs, right? You know, the sun sign is moving from Capricorn into Aquarius. Aquarius is innovative. Aquarius is about, you know, thinking outside the box, like proper thinking outside the box, and being really ingenious, right? And just seeing things in a different way, and bringing solutions through in a different way. And what's really interesting is it's like it's going to be tapping into that Atlantean wisdom, right? You know, how we used to do things in the last golden age that we had before we devolved. Right, you know, we're re-evolving right now, and this coming week feels like it is going to be a big week for that. So how is this showing up in our external world here? It's like there's going to be more awareness. It's like there's going to be more press coverage, more media coverage, where obviously you're going to have the mainstream. That's going to happen, right? You know, the mainstream kind of the general kind of narrative that we've had for the past 12 months. That's going to still, or 10 months, that's going to still be around, right? But what's really interesting here is we've got this water dragon coming in, so it feels like, to me, let me just check. Yeah, okay. It feels like there's gonna be a different angle. It feels like there's gonna be a different angle showing up. Maybe this isn't actually about the, maybe this is more to do with your family dynamic, your social media type of thing. This is what this feels like. You are going to be wanting to delve more into your spirituality, is what I'm feeling. And there's going to be more more credit maybe showing up in the outer world for the spiritual gifts, for this inner peace, for the calmness, for the way that we manifest our reality. This feels like a trophy, right? This feels like a trophy, how I'm looking at it, and it's like, and look, we've got crystals showing up in each of these two cards here. I'm just going to ask, why is this dragon showing up here? Yeah. So there's going to be more information coming forward this week. There's going to be more things coming forward this week. There's going to be past, yeah. There's going to be more things coming forward this week, but we're being reminded as well at the same time, although this is that outer world we're looking at here, we're being reminded to tune into the joy, right? Tune into the positive, tune into, there's the air of sovereignty coming through. Now, I'm not going to make any predictions on next week or anything like that, but I know that it's going to be quite an interesting, like when I stretch my sight energetically through to next week, it does feel like there is, there's going to be a lot of division, right? And we know that. But what's really interesting is that there's going to be this division, right? There's going to be this division showing up, but it's not going to be fallen for, if that makes sense. So obviously, you know, take what resonates with these readings, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate, don't even worry. But what it feels like is, it feels like, you know, the standard kind of status quo is going to happen, especially if you're in the west of the world. It does impact all of us though, like, this is the thing, and this is why it comes up in these readings. It does impact us all because we are all part of that collective energy. Now, what's really interesting is that this clear quartz crystal, this is about clarity and focus and things like that. Now, there's going to be a reclamation here. There's going to be a reclamation coming through in our outer world. So it might look a bit messy, right? You know, there might be look, there's like, we've got this dragon here who's holding the key, who's holding the trident, like literally king of the castle, and there's all these like little, these feel like paparazzi and things like that. You know what I mean? This is a really interesting one to try and translate into words, trying to translate this energy into words that I'm feeling. But it feels like, you know, these are all around trying to kind of, you know, distract this, whatever this is in the outer world. But it's gonna bring through this crystal clear kind of, there's going to be a reclamation of sovereignty somewhere in our outer world. So we're looking at our, you know, our public figures, you know? And it's going to feel a bit worrying, right? But we're getting asked to, especially with this crystal yellow dragon, we're going to get asked to not get drawn into it, right? Because it's, whatever we get drawn into, I'm trying to do this in a way that's, you know, that's not going round the houses too much, but not, you know. This week, you're going to be given the chance to really anchor in your own sovereignty as well, because of how you are going to choose to respond to whatever is going on in the external world? Are you going to witness it and just witness, not get drawn into it, and reclaim your sovereignty by not letting whatever is happening in the outer world affect you? Or are you going to get drawn into it, right? And in which case you're protected and you're guided either way, right? You know, we've got the dark blue galactic dragon here. This is about the voice of the universe. This is about your master blueprint. This is about entering higher service. That's the energy that is running through all of this. Is that how is higher service being portrayed, right? You know, and is that something that has been portrayed, or has it not been, right? You know, we're actually going to tune into, it's like we're actually going to observe what is happening in the outer world, and we're going to go, actually, I'm just going to close off of all what I'm hearing from news and media and things like that, and I'm just going to tune in. Whatever has been happening, has it been for the good or has it been for the not good, right? You know, does it resonate with me? Does it not resonate with me? You know, when you take away everything that everyone else's opinions and tuning into what you know to be true, you know, and that's really going to help you kind of create a bit of dissonance here, you know, create a bit of space between the earth stage and yourself. And the thing is that this is a week of massive change. You know, we've got Thor's dragon coming in here. This is like one of the mightiest like fire dragons that's coming in, really burning up those lower energies. But not only that, it's rapid transitioning is happening, and that's why this dragon is coming out, right? Because he's there to protect you in times of rapid change and help you feel grounded and help you feel safe, and just keep the lower energies away, because they will be flying around like we see here. You know, they're swimming around, right? The smaller energies, they will be swimming around, but through that kind of he said she said division, there will be this clarity that's coming through here, right? And you'll see that reflected, and you will just know something like you haven't ever known it before, right? It will just bring that knowing through, which is really cool. Let's have a look at how it's really impacting in our inner world here. What's our outer world? How is that going to reflect in our inner world? What's it going to bring up for us? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. And on the bottom of the deck, manifest. Perfect. Yeah, okay. This is really wonderful, because this manifestation energy, I'm hoping you can see this. Okay. But the manifestation energy coming in, this is the underlying theme for the whole week, right, within yourself, because it's like we're going to start to acknowledge and realize that whatever we are focusing on is what grows, right? We're starting to realize that, and we're starting to understand that whatever we focus on, wherever we have the power, we are creating everything that's happening in our reality. And we sometimes want to give the blame to a person or a party or a group of people or a category, right? But really that just gives our power away, right? And we manifest that continuously. So if that's where we focus, you know, that's what's going to continue to come through. But what's really interesting is that, you know, we've got this You Are Understood card coming in here. So this is actually about going, hold on a sec. You know, is this, you know, is this reality? Is this real? Like, what actually does reality mean? You know, I love this card because this normally is like my yes card, is this You Are Understood, but it also, we're bringing in this unicorn here. We've got this unicorn energy coming in. Unicorns are all about trust, innocence, right? Kind of like bringing in that hope. And that's what this is bringing in for you right now. So when we look at this in our inner world, it's like you've drawn in this light, this Christ light, this wonderful light within yourself. And look, this unicorn is touching this angel's chest here, right? Her heart space, and the cloak is green, that heart, that healing energy. So it's like there's going to be space for this heart space to really heal and bring back your own sovereignty. We've also got Believe in Yourself coming through here. So this is you holding on to. This is you holding on to what you know to be truth, what you know in your heart, not from whatever belief systems you've inherited or absorbed, but actually what you know in your heart level to be true, right? This is taking you back to timelines, because this Atlantean dragon is coming out for a reason, because, you know, what we're experiencing right now is very much similar to what we experienced at the fall of Atlantis 10,000 years ago. It's the same energy showing up again for us to make a different choice, right? Showing up again. And this is where you do start to believe in yourself and your own powers, right? Your own powers to create what it is that you want, and your own sovereignty as well. No longer will you have to, should you wish, of course, no longer will you have to give away your power to a group or person, a relative, a partner, or anyone like that. You know, this is about you being your own lifeline. Look at how she's holding this cord here. It's like you are your own lifeline. We move through the week and we've got this time to create, right? Because what this is doing is it's reminding us, and this belief in yourself is actually reminding you as well what intentions you did set out at the start of the lunar cycle, right? You know, it's what intentions did you seed on the new moon, right? And then get creative around it. You know, get creative around it. That energy is gaining momentum. In that creative space, time stops, right? In that creative space, you know, you can channel in what you need to channel in. You can receive the answers you need to receive. But first, you got to make that space, because if you carry on in that action, which is what these fire signs are all about, that don't really bode well for this energy right now. You know, create a little bit first. Sorry. We've got love yourself at the end of the week as well, and this is about, once again, not looking without of yourself, not looking outside of yourself for that validation, for that happiness and that joy. It doesn't matter what's going on in the world, it really doesn't, because the only person that can make you happy is you, right? So if you're looking for an authoritative body to say something or do something for you to be happy, you're going to continue to manifest the conditions we're currently living under, right? To put it bluntly. If, however, you turn your gaze within and you go, actually, I may have had a belief system that did not help how I felt about myself and how my life is going, right? And I can be humble enough right now and not let my pride get in the way. I can be humble enough to go, actually, you know what? It's okay for change to happen, right? Because I'm protected and I'm loved. And when I can choose again, when I can look at it again, I can choose from the space of love, right? I can choose from the space of love. I can choose to search within myself, knowing that I'm safe and I'm protected. And when I do that, great miracles happen. When I do that, I manifest magic, right? Rather than anything else. I'm just want to pull some Ascended Master cards here. Let's have a look at who is supporting us this week. Our Hope. Beautiful. I think Hope came in on one of the last readings we did as well. But we have Hope coming in. This is love and acceptance, right? Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts, right? So she's the twin flame of Archangel Gabriel, right? Which is all about purity and communication and things like that, right? So we've got to have hope in the world. The moment we lose hope, you know, what's the point in being here, you guys? Seriously. So Archangel Hope is saying, please have hope. Bring love and joy into your life. Look at that beautiful sunshine yellow she is. You know, recognize your divine worth. You are worthy. Just be, you know, the simple fact that you are here in physical incarnation means that you are worthy enough to be created, to be channeled down into a body, to be here in this incredible time of ascension, because that's what we're in. We're in this time of ascension, you know. Who else is supporting us this week? What guidance do they have for us? Okay. We've got Gaia, Joan of Arc. So Lady Gaia is just saying, you know, she invited you to be here on this planet, right, at this time, because of how incredible your soul energy is. You are a soul, you are a master in your own right? It's just remembering that. You know, maintain your connection with Mother Earth, because she will help you stay grounded, right? And the voice of truth is going to come out this week, but it starts with you. If you want the truth, if you want truth and integrity to run through this week as a theme, oh my, you have to start with yourself. You have to start with yourself. Release the fear of persecution, because that, like, is that not a theme right now in our outer world? That fear of persecution? That if we go against what we've been told by someone of authority, you know, Joan of Arc doesn't give her power away to anyone who says they should do that, this or that, because, you know, that person saying do this or that because they are scared. Because they are scared and they are not operating from love, right? The moment someone tries to control you, that's what happens. And Joan of Arc is coming through to say, yo, stand strong, focus on your purpose, release fear of persecution, speak your truth. That is the theme for the week, right? That's your advice coming in here. And we've got 3 women, right? The compassion has to come through, and that comes through the women, right? That comes through the divine feminine. And one more, angels, one more card of guidance here for this week ahead. Oh, Babaji. Hello, hello. Soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. You really are going to start to get this week, right? For those people that haven't already, or for those that have, and they're seeking unity consciousness, and they feel like they're there a lot of the time, you are going to get it on a different level. Babaji is coming in here. He's so high in frequency. He's like the highest frequency Ascended Master coming in. you know, this is about you becoming a master, right? This is about you becoming a master, and this week is about you plugging the hole where your energy is being drained or taken by a big external and I'm going to use this word in brackets here, but authority, because once again, there is no one who has authority over you other than yourself, right? You know, no one. And look, we've got Kutumi coming in here as well on the bottom of the deck. The cycle continues, it's rebirth, right? Cloak of wisdom, you already know the answers you seek, trust what you know. Kutumi helps anyone that wears a golden robe as well, right? So if you are someone who transmutes energy for the collective on behalf of the collective, he supports you, right? He supports you in doing so, and he thanks you as well, right? So this week, once again, we're going to get a lot of kind of division coming in here. We're going to have the opportunity though to reset how we allow our relationships and our dynamics to really be, you know, we get to choose to be more sovereign in our relationships. We get to choose whether you know, we get to choose whether we allow people to continue to bring us down, or whether we just go, you know what, I love you, but I'm just going to put a little bit of distance in between and just send you blessings in the meantime, you know. We've got this creation energy coming in here, because the idea is not to get drawn away from your soul purpose and what seeds you planted at the start of this month, and not let anything that's happening outside in the world distract you. Don't get drawn into discussions, and don't get drawn into arguments over what will happen this week. He said, she said, they've done that, these have done that, conspiracy, no conspiracy. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because all that is just a distraction, right? It's a distraction from you actually manifesting what you want. And you've got so much support coming in. We've got Archangel Hope coming in, right? Love and acceptance. Love is the way, right? The earth, she's the way. Lady Gaia, allow her to ground you. Allow her to support you and speak your truth. If you want the outside world to be of integrity and be of truth, and that to come through, then it starts with you. So how can you speak your truth this week? You know, and call on Babaji, call on Kutumi, you know. They're here to support you. They really, really are. So much love to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. Like I said, the energies are really quite, they can be quite dense, right? Around the world right now. As we're receiving all this light, as we receive all this light, which we are doing, what tends to happen is it disrupts it disturbs the dirt, right? So then we get all this light, and then it's like, oh my God, what is this? You know? So if you are called to seeking a bit of healing, right, for those Ascension codes, you know, a remote healing session is only £20, right? So you can book that via email or message to me. We have that full angelic guidance to really look at your soul path, your soul expansion, and where you need to focus in the coming weeks, right? So you can get the best and highest timeline, and bring in your archangels, your guardian angels, and see what they have to say. And even that quantum healing, if you've got a pattern or a behavior that you really want to shift once and for all and complete that karma, then an anchor removal, a quantum healing, that deep soul healing is what's going to be the best for you right now. And you know, these offerings are on a permanent reduction currently as we go through this tumultuous time, so do make the most of it while the price is as low as what it is. And in the meantime, I bid you so much love, so many blessings, right, of peace and of joy and of abundance, and I will see you next time. Thank you.